possible I had another affair, but I want to say that I am MJ Marie Franklin, District 10 candidate, one of many. However, I have my background. I have about 30 years of experience in the Bayview. During those 30 years, what I've done was to create 4 nonprofit organizations within that area. I support the maximized housing, which basically is a major concern, not now as well as much as before. I promote healthy students, so I'm happy to hear the candidates for the board. I advocate for the seniors and disabled services. I also advocate for children and youth services and the adoption element of those children. One of my strongest campaign platform is business sustainability. We desperately need to sustain the businesses that we currently have and make sure that they receive the support that will keep them in that sustainability. There are many reasons why they are not there, many reasons why we've lost others. But I also want to maintain that we continue and stay focused about the environmental justice area in that particular development, because of the fact that environmental injustices were perpetrated against that community, which is one of the things that led me to become a resident there. I came there as a volunteer because I believe that the people could do better. I believe with adequate services and our representation that they would. I have a 30-year-old nonprofit myself. I worked with the housing department of that particular area and found that there were substandard materials used in the redevelopment agency's development. And those substandard conditions created, after El Nino, it exposed mold and mildew. I worked with that for a number of years, all the way. I identified that along with Dianne Feinstein. Moscone was mayor. All that time, that's how long it took to renovate 800 plus houses, which concluded 1.5 years ago. I was the lone soldier who stood and went against the big corporations and the management companies to do that. Now we have 700 houses that have been totally renovated and eradicated from mold and mildew. So I wear that proudly. 700 people in the Bayview who were able to work. I wear that, and I will continue to wear that. That is a great thing to happen. It hasn't happened since the shipyard. I also want to say that the other project that I'm looking at are education for our children. Accelerated education. In other countries, our children began school at 3, 4, and 5. Science, math, and those are the subject matters that are being taught to other children in other countries. I would like to ask one question. Why do we need to wait 6 years before our kid goes to first grade? And then another question. Why is it that our children need to be out of school 3 months? Is that enough time to give them a negative environment? Why are we holding these children back? I would like to reinvent the entire system of our education system, because the problem is we have not gone back to basics. Back to basics in California. I attended school in the South, where we knew English, how to diagram a sentence. We knew spelling. You would spell the word, or you will get hit in your hand. You know, we were slapped for missing a letter in a word. Grammar is one thing that our children are not given. And I say that we really need to re-examine and see where we came from in order to give these children. Because when I have to go out there, one of my projects in the environmental area, I did give air purifiers for people who had mold in their homes. And of course, you know, we have the highest rate of asthma. So those people at risk, the Department of Environment gave us grants where we could help those people. What I did, gave them air purifiers. I found young people in the homes, 21, 22 years old, completed high school, and I had created a form. They could not write cursive. Their spelling was atrocious. They didn't know how to write. I asked, why are you printing, and why did you spell this word? Well, I never learned, spelling was not my subject. These children graduated. I have a real concern about the education level in San Francisco. I really do, and I intend to be there. Also, I am a civil rights veteran. I stood I'm 19, I stood for most all the issues in this questionnaire. I stand for human rights. If you read the document of human rights, you will find that any person, men and women, it does not say man and a woman, it says men and women have the right to do this and that. And I'll say this publicly right now because I will repeat it. In the case of marriage, it says men and women of age have the right to marry. And since I've been sworn in as a candidate, I stand with the human rights document of age. In prostitution, trafficking, I stand with all those rights, except I stand to protect the ones who are not of age. But I feel that our rights to make decisions, it is our rights, and it's our given right. To me, what we've done is emphasize the ant and minimize the elephant. The elephant being the Constitution of the United States. If we teach our children the Constitution, if we teach them the human rights and the principles therein, if we teach them from whence they came, if we give them an idea of who they are, who were they before they came here? Were they trafficked or trafficker, or were they trafficked to this country? As what? A slave. Used for what? It still happens. It happened in my day. I saw Spanish people being imported to the United States to do what? To pick cotton, to pick peas, and do that type of work. I also am aware of the fact that Sears Roebuck, who started in the South, first used black people to sew, manufacture their blouses, etc., all their men. What happened when the union moved in and pressurized the Sears to bring up the salaries to a decent wage, Sears started to export their business. Okay, so that meant that American citizens were not given the opportunity to maintain their expertise and keep a decent salary in their household, because why? They're exporting. The businesses that have been exported have impacted upon the stability of this United States. We have sold most of our country, well, I won't go there, but we have given rights of others who live outside of the United States to control primary spots in our union. So I want to say that I'm for supporting what we've already done and changing what needs to be changed.